Okay, hello. Today Ford Cougar, such a looking car, 2.5 liter V6 engine. We are going to replace Serpetine belt from this side and water pump with the belt as well. Water pump sits this side, the right side. Both belts, rollers, and then we should be good to go. First of all, brand new water pump, such a small unit, code for it in case you need. The new gasket for the water pump, obviously the belt code in case you need. Other side we have rollers which you need, and I have three different belts here because nobody knows how long this belt is, so we picked all three different sizes. I will be right up in the video description which one goes, the code, and the others I'm going to take back to the store later on. Now, first of all, you don't need to take the bumper off. The bumper was off already before for this job. Underbody panel you take off, and since we start this side, we take this engine mount bracket off, but you have to support the engine from lower the car with jack. You put a wooden brick under there, lift it a little bit, then you undo these bolts first. So let's go. Now take the jack. There's the wooden brick under there, so you can support the engine while doing the upper engine control mount. And that's enough, no need more. Now 90mm for those 4 bolts, 50mm this one, and if the engine starts moving down, if you undo those bolts, then lift the jack a little bit more, then you have support under there. As you can see, the engine sits on the jack right now, like moving that, but it's not going anywhere. Now let's take this bolt off and we're good to go. Now you take the metal bar, place it between this roller so you can move the engine a little bit away, so you can fit the 3/8 ratchet into the engineer built engineer hole, as you can see, perhaps, I hope you see. Put the camera down here, the ratchet where it sits, pretty much. And then you can take the engine off, so you can take the old belt off, which is, like you see, cracked and it is old. This car hasn't been driving over 10 years. The owner wants to restore it, make it drivable again. And now let's proceed. Once you took the ratchet away, let's wiggle this belt out. Rerouting this new belt in shouldn't be a problem. It goes all the way around pretty much, and the only place where it dives in are this engineer itself. So let's see. Can I take this off over here? From back it's coming off. Here is not much space, obviously, but I'm not going to take the engine off thanks to that small silly job. But use your hand, wiggle it through. It comes over the pulley. Now, since we purchased the 4 belts, you can clearly see one guy holding the other side. I am holding here. This is the old belt right here. This is the Porsche unit. This seems to be most likely fitting. The other one you can see is too long, and this one is long as well. So we are going to pick the Porsche belt and continue with that. The Porsche belt code, which we are going to use for the accessory belt one, for the AC pump side and everything, is this one over here. Now take the 50mm wrench. There's the free roller over there, if you can see, feeding the camera in, trying to play with the flashlight over there. 50mm, put some sort of extension top of it in order to crack it loose, so we can take this free roller out. And undoing the bolt, I use that kind of setup right now, so I don't have other tools here. It's working. Pull it upwards and it's coming loose nicely. I got the roller bolt out, set it aside, and now should be able to get this unit off. It's coming off, if I'm not dropping it. Put it over here, old roller with the bearing, you can see. Surprisingly, the bearings haven't failed yet. After such a long sitting, runs nicely, but we're putting the new one. The only thing which we are not going to replace is the engineer itself. The bearing on top of it works right now, but if you are going to take it off, then there is a hex bolt in the center of it, and then you can remove the bracket from this unit. Okay, the new roller is in place. I have to tighten the bolt, tighten down the bolt, and then we are going to put the new belt on. Now rerouting the new belt. Put the new belt on the back to the tensioner first, because this is the hardest part to put on. Once it's on there, then we put the backside on in different rollers. There's a alternator down there as well sitting over that. Then we reroute it over here, and the front we have enough space. The AC compressor sits down here, and so we should be able to put the new belt on. This back on. Once you're putting the new belt back on, you can do it the easier method. I have engine mount already refitted, but if you're putting back the belt, you can actually put the new belt route over the rollers, over the alternator back there, the free roller which is back there. And then you can take with one hand from here, you can pretty much move it, because the tensioner moves that way. Once you push it from here, the new belt, then to put the second hand from here, help it to lift into place. It's not easy, you need you have strength a little bit, but you can do it without using the first method where you're putting the metal pry bar over here and trying to mess with it. Now, before doing the water pump, we have to let the coolant out. The draining plug for the radiator is over here. Down here, passenger side, front, as you can see, there's a bracket which holds those radiators. Behind here, the plastic knob. Now, in order to access water pump, once you drain the coolant from the system, we have to take this plastic cover off. Hex number 4. One bolt is here, one is over here. Now take the tension off the belt from the water pump side. Use your hand and wiggle the belt off if it comes. Let's see, it should come. Give me. Not that easy even. And the belt is off. In order to have better access, you can remove battery as well, as I did here. Take this back away so you have enough room to fit in 8mm socket. Start undoing the bolts. Should be 8 bolts if I did read correctly before. Once you got all the water pump bolts out, you have to take the coolant hoses as well. 2 of them. There is one from the thermostat housing, which is easier, and one down here, which is easier. Now the whole unit is off. Just bracket away from this side. Some leftover coolant in the system will spill out, obviously. And down here as well, one hose, if you can see, which we have to undo. To get water pump out, you let it fall down pretty much. The unit is down here under the car. This here is some little bit messy, but the old unit is out. So yeah. Now once you have the old unit in the table, you put something between here, tap it with the hammer, so you can get the old pump loose, and it's out. Not really bad, dirty. Clean this crap away. The old gasket is pretty much gone over here. Clean the gasket surface as well. You have to make it super clean. Do not use any kind of abrasive material which you can dig into. Now once you have all the surfaces cleaned as best as you can, clean those pipe ends as well, because you did see some sort of corrosion over there. So the new pipes fit in nicely. I did refit this pipe as well. Before it was sitting much higher, so we don't have any kind of leaks once we reinstall everything and put back together. And the car side as well, the thermostat housing, make sure you clean those hoses, hose connection brackets as well, before you start reinstalling everything back together. Now the shorter bolts you can actually put back together once the new pump is fitted. The gasket is between here. Make sure the gasket fits nicely. It's not moved in place. Tighten those small ones down. Those longer ones which are left, those lock the whole bracket into the engine block, and those we put on once we are back at the car. You put all the hoses back on. Everything is back together. New clamps back there. And the tightening spec for the water pump itself and the bracket 10 Nm plus 45 degrees. Right now I'm using my hand to tighten some sort of them down. Then I'm taking torque wrench and going over them. You can fit the torque wrench once the water pump is on the car, pretty easy. Back on under the water pump. Then you grab with your two hands, push the engine back, slide it on, and we are good to go. And now reconnect the battery if everything is done. We left the plastic cover off so we can see does the new pump is leak free or any hoses are leaking or not, in case they are leaking. Add coolant. You can do extra checking this side up, so this is the highest point. Now we start the car up, and once you do that you want to turn the heat to the maximum and put the ventilation flow as well to the maximum. Okay, let's see, let's start the car up. Turn the heat up. Ventilation to maximum. Now we wait until the car heats up. Once the thermostat opens and the full circle goes around, then you definitely want to be there and add more coolant. So be ready for it. Once the temp gauge reaches the middle, it is about to open, and that's it. You can play with the upper hose a little bit. It's warm already. Can't even touch anymore. Thermostat pauses on. You can hold the gas down, make the coolant flow a little bit faster. I can already feel super hot air coming from the vents, so this is a good sign. Thermostat already opened. I barely had to add extra coolant. Okay, so everything done. System blade, water pump changed, accessory belts changed, rollers changed, thermostat new, and the car heats up nicely and acts nicely, no problem. So thanks for watching and see you next time.